Welcome back to Legendary Sniff. I'm Anthony.
I'm Jack. Continuing following Dimitri.
And I was just talking to Jack about, like, some home improvement things we want to do to my house and how my dad's a carpenter, so he can do it. So I used to work at a church, a couple of churches, like, doing maintenance.
I remember, that was long as fuck ago.
It was like a summer job, like, in between, like, college. And I graduated college, in 2017? So that's our... Oh, whoa, voice crack. It's already 4 years ago from now.
You should try hitting puberty.
It was 4 years ago from now. So you can guess my age. And then, that was, like, in between, like, maybe my, like, junior and senior year, or, like, sophomore and junior year, because I quit working at Old Navy by just not showing up on Black Friday.
Did you actually not give your 2 weeks?
No, I just didn't show up on Black.
Ooh.
Oh,
that was kind of lucky.
yeah. So, like, the managers would, like, message on, like, the store Facebook group and be like, "Who's coming back for, like, Black Friday? We don't want there to be any surprises." And I didn't message that I was coming back, and they still put me on the schedule for Black Friday, and I just didn't show up.
I can't believe how many people, like, do that to leave a job. Like,
Well, I had been there for 3.5 years, and it had gotten really... I was just making sure it wasn't, like, missing important plot. But, they had put me on shipment, which was go in at 4 a.m. and work for 8 hours. So I would be, like, putting things out, and then I'd have to go into, like, normal, like, store associate mode. And I just didn't like it there anymore. Like, I knew how to do everything in the store, and they started changing stuff up, so I couldn't do what I usually did. I just didn't like it. So I just thought, and I always said, the way I'm going to do it is just not show up anymore. And that's how I did it. And and my manager had quit, like, my good manager had quit, or left, went somewhere else. So I left after he had already left. So I used him as my Old Navy reference. So he didn't know that I had no call, no showed.
that's a pretty good strategy.
But as I was saying, I used to work maintenance at 2 churches in this town, and so in the convent where, like, the nuns used to stay back in the day, they didn't use the building anymore, and they were going to use the upstairs for, like, CCD or CFF, whatever the religious school is now.
CCD. Go.
Yeah. And he's gonna sabotage the aqua pump room. But there was a bunch of small rooms up there, which were, like, the living quarters for the nuns, and they wanted the rooms to be bigger for CCD. So they asked my dad to take down the walls. And so my dad takes a sawzall, which is just a blade that goes zzz really fast, and almost like a hedge trimmer, but it's not like the hedge trimmer has, like, 2 blades, right, that are going like this, back and forth, so that when, like, the bush is going between it cuts it. This is just one blade that goes really fast back and forth. So my dad's like, just go to the hardware store, buy all the sawzall blades out of there, and put it on the church's tab, because I could go there and be like, yeah, I work for the church, just put it on, the tab, and they'd charge the church.
Yeah.
So I went there and bought every sawzall blade in the store and put it on the church's tab. And my dad told the woman that I did that too, and she was like, that's fine. But my dad starts cutting into the wall, and he goes, the walls were made out of cement. So, like, every sawzall blade was getting destroyed instantly, and there was metal mesh in between the walls. So my dad had cut through all that, and by the end, he was cutting bigger and bigger chunks out of the wall, and we had to carry these from the top floor, which was, like, it might have been like 3 floors or something like that. We had to carry these chunks of cement from the top floor downstairs and then throw them in the dumpster. And as he was going further and further, the chunks were getting bigger and bigger. So it was just, I could carry one chunk down at a time. Then it was like 2 people had to carry a chunk down at a time. Then it was like 4 people had to carry a chunk of cement down 3 flights of stairs at a time.
That sounds, wait, why did that come up off of,
I was talking about doing maintenance on my house.
Oh,
And
yeah.
how my dad was going to build it. I don't know, it just reminded me of that story.
Yeah. Any, like, did you like doing, like, manual labor shit?
Well, it's like easy, right? It's like, take out the trash. One thing, he was like, take all the filters out of the, you know, like in school, there were those like big like air vents in the back of the room. They were like big, like metal, almost like
Oh, yeah, yeah.
boxes. I remember you could like throw spoons down them and it would like chop up the spoons. Adam got one in the eye once. It fucking went down and it chopped it up and it shot one of the pieces back out into his eye.
Oh, we got a little fly here.
First, Sly will have to pick a few pockets in the theater so that we'll have access to the Spotlight Control Center. Once that's accomplished, we'll be able to turn off all the security around the printing press. We'll need your muscle, Murray, to take out all the exterior alarm horns. We don't want anything to alert the guards while we pull off the big job.
That mission's so
And
stressful.
finally, we'll need to get into the discotheque to drop this mirror ball. Trust me, it's all part of the plan.
Dude, that reminded me, I remember,
But I had to change all those filters in the church of those things.
yeah, you know those, like, in school, the thing where you could, like, drop the shit down into the vent and it would,
Yeah.
like, tick, tick, tick as it, like, fell down or whatever.
Yeah.
I remember, yeah, this dude and I, like, in the morning, were sticking shit into it, and we kept putting, like, bigger and bigger things, like, down into the vent, and, you know, the teacher, like, wasn't in the room yet, and finally we put something down, and it was like, no, and, like, horrifically was, like, making a screeching noise as, like, shit was down there, and, like, everyone in the room saw us do it, right? Like, put shit down there, but the teacher didn't. And I remember we got it. Hold on.
I know what a menace those clockwork parts are, and I don't want the likes of the Claw Gang putting them to use.
So what? It takes a thief to catch a thief?
Something like that. But if I'm going to trust you in this case, I need to know that you can keep up. Literally.
Literally.
Don't fall behind.
So she's like a cop, but like also is like our friend a little bit. She's cool like that. Yeah, the teacher came in like, you know, a couple minutes later, and it's just like ripping noises coming from this fucking event. And teacher's like, who is putting stuff down there? And I was sitting at my desk, probably red-faced as shit, sweating bullets, because every single person in the room knew that it was me and this other kid, but everyone was just quietly sitting there, like a couple eyeballs kind of like looking at me like, oh, you gonna admit that you fucking broke that vent over there? Yeah, this bitch, you know, Carmelita's the fox, who's a policewoman.
Did she find out who did it?
No, I went to my next class. I remember worrying about it for like a couple minutes and then kind of just like not caring anymore after. I never heard anything about it again, so. Oh shit, I'm falling behind.
Yeah, but I remember like my boss, he was like, I don't have the like right tool to like, because it's like a weird like double screw thing with like 2 holes. He was like, I don't have the right tool to do it, but here's a piece of metal that might work. So I just had a weird piece of metal. I'd take off the front of the vent on the first one, and I put my forearms on the inside of the front of this vent that is insulated. And I like put the thing and I get out and I'm like, why are my arms so like itchy hurty? The
Itchy hurdy?
yeah, the like
Oh, shit.
the foam stuff that I put my forearms on
Was
was fiberglass.
Yeah, that's never good.
Well done, Sly.
Oh, we followed her.
Glad you approve.
Now, legally, I can't enter Dimitri's nightclub without a warrant. But I happen to have obtained a key to his back door, which a person like yourself can use however he pleases.
Oh, we are absolutely going to work well together.
Why did you have to sneak with you? Her? Why didn't she just give you the key and go to his back door?
Because she had to trust me, literally. Okay. I think so. That's a Bentley mission. I guess I'll do the Sly Cooper one while I'm Sly Cooper. It does make you go back and you have to like change to.
Bentley or Big Boy.
Yeah.
What is that? Is that a frog?
No good. Flashlight guy. No good. No good. Yeah, it's a frog. The enemies are different in every zone, so.
Oh, you got one. Oh, another one.
Yeah, it's once you get down to the last couple of them that it's like a pain in the ass. That like oh, there's another one there. Oh, there's another one. Like they're everywhere, but
We looked at. Jack's gonna try and fix the brightness for the first episode, but we looked at the brightness for the second episode, and we are good. It still takes forever though to save the videos for some reason.
Which routes to the printing press area. To take care of them, I'll need you to put a splice clip in those spotlights.
Sorry, Bentley, but those fans are spinning way too fast to walk on.
They can be slowed down from this control panel, but you'll have to do a lot of pickpocketing to get at it. The guards are carrying special fragile keys that will be destroyed if you attack. Make sure you pickpocket
Outright
their keys
assessment.
before you take those thugs out. To pickpocket
yeah,
guards,
pickpocketing is like a pretty cool
pick up
mechanic for
behind
this
them
game, to
and
be
press
honest.
the circle button.
We're gonna see in a sec here. Hopefully this dude turns before he gets.
John Travolta. John Travolta, pig.
Picking his pocket.
He took his money. Stop taking his money.
No, it's my money now.
Oh, there's the thing. Key.
It's a special fragile key, and then we can kill him once we got the key.
He had a family. He had probably like a pig wife and a couple of little mini John Travolta warthogs.
Don't think about that part of it. What's the best strategy here? I'm pretty sure Sly's like pretty light on his feet that I can like.
Okay.
We're fine. We're fine. We're fine.
Oh,
Nothing to worry about.
how many keys do you have to get?
Like a couple of them for sure. 6.
Oh.
This guy has no idea. What a fucking fool.
Is he gonna turn around? Oh no, they just walk straight, like in a circle.
Yeah, I think he's just a little rotating. I almost just
You were
bumped into
really
him.
close
Yeah,
to
that
him.
would've-
You
you
probably
do
could have
bump into
felt
him,
your
it's,
body heat.
It's a bad time. Alright, hopefully no one in the back here noticed. Did that guy just got...
Oh, you can't go back.
Dead?
Oh, yes, you can.
Yeah, you can. I don't see, I see blue, I jump on blue. That's how it goes.
So are they gonna come out with like Sly Cooper like remastered,
I am praying they do. Like, I would be really excited.
or like what they did with Crash, where it's just like all of a sudden Sly 4?
I should show you, so this one company put out a teaser trailer that they were making, like, the Sly Cooper movie, and it was, like, silly and looked, like, really fucking good, to be honest.
Saw that maybe.
Yeah, it would have been shared everywhere on Facebook when it came out, like, 100%, but, camera fix.
Like the Ratchet and Clank movie they randomly made.
Yeah. And doesn't the game, like...
Yeah, so I tried.
Include cutscenes from the movie.
I tried to watch the movie, but like I just couldn't sit through it. But yeah, no, the game tries to incorporate, because the game is the original like Ratchet and Clank game with like movie parts. So yeah, like some of the cutscenes are just clips from the movie. I liked that game though. I beat it in like 2 sittings.
Yeah. So this trailer honestly like looked kind of good for Sly Cooper, and it had me like, I'd watch that. I'm excited to see it. I was sitting there a couple days ago. I'm like, I wonder if that like how that ever came along, and like looked up Sly Cooper 2 movie, canceled.
That's
never coming out.
That's like one of the reasons why I want to get the PS5 is like the Ratchet and Clank game.
Oh yeah, because the new one's announced for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird I'm like an Xbox guy, but like all my nostalgia games are PlayStation.
I mean, well, because like Xbox 360 was like we were
proud of you for saying Xbox, right?
Xbox 360. It was like we were like the perfect age for that like generation of like Halo 3 and Modern Warfare 2 to like just be playing those games all the time. Like our entire friend group was on Xbox 360, and then for some reason, like most of us were just like, we'll get the PS4, and then PS4 ended up being like the biggest system.
We got this mission done. As soon as it like pulls us out of this, I think we're good for this episode. All right, sweet. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you guys on the next
Episode.
Legendary Sniff episode.